Hi everyone, happy Monday. I'm Courtney Quinlan with Midwest Matchmaking, and I wanted to do a video that I thought of over the weekend, and it was really due to my new addition at my home, which is my puppy, my 4-month-old golden doodle, baby Echo is what my kids call him. And I thought a lot about relationships and dogs after my weekend with Echo. So I pretty much got no sleep for 4 nights when Echo had an upset tummy and mommy was up with him 4 nights straight, every 2 hours on the clock. And I thought, wow, this is like having an infant with colic, except I'm out in the cold every 4 hours or every 2 hours with this dog, which makes it even worse. This is really a true test on a relationship if you were to get a puppy with someone before having kids or getting married. And I thought, wow, this could be really beneficial to a relationship and a kind of getting a test run on what parenting is going to look like if you're considering taking the next step with a partner. Luckily for me, Echo is feeling better and we are doing better, and I got a full night's sleep last night. So it allowed me to brainstorm and actually come up with this video with a clear mind. I did some research and I was able to come up with some really great benefits of introducing a puppy into your life if you are at kind of that final step of deciding, is this my person? Is this who I want to spend my life with? And would we be able to cohabitate and be good parents together? And really having a puppy is like having a baby, and it's like having a child, and there's a lot of things you need to do, and compromise, cost, all the things I'm going to go over today. And I think it's a great thing if you're able to afford it and it's going to fit into your lifestyle to go ahead and get one together if you're considering it, especially now during COVID when a lot of us have more time. So the first benefit, I think, is you are able to learn to share responsibility of taking care of an animal and see how that goes. So you are able to work as a team. You're able to learn how to compromise. It helps teach both of you patience, and you need to come up with a schedule where both of you are responsible for being able to make sure that puppy gets let out during the day and in the evening. It also gives you something to do and keeps you active together, especially now when a lot of us don't have some of the activities that we once did to entertain us and keep us busy. So when you have a puppy, you have to take it out a lot because their little bladders are so tiny that you're having to walk them pretty frequently. And you find yourselves going for walks and taking walks a lot, and it's something to do with your significant other to keep you more active and busy during these times of social distancing and more isolation. Also, you can go on hikes and jogs with the puppy when they are a little bit bigger and ready. The dog will not allow you to just lay around. So I have found myself every time I try to sit down in front of my computer and work on some of my matches, if Echo is laying around, I do not sit there. So I'm constantly up and I'm constantly getting things out of his mouth or chasing him around or getting shoes out of his mouth or making sure he's fed, etc. So you're not going to be able to just lay around if you get a puppy. It also allows you guys to spend more quality time together. So now you have this new little furry friend, and it may just allow you guys to, hey, let's hang out tonight, let's stay home, take care of the dog, and you don't feel a need to be going out and doing things. It's like having a baby. You're not going to be leaving your baby at home for hours upon end with a sitter, and with a dog, you can't just leave the new puppy sitting in the kennel. And it forces you to get out and walk no matter what the weather is like. So I remember a couple weeks ago, we were having rain in Omaha for about a week straight. And the last thing I really wanted to do was go outside and go on a walk, but I found myself going on multiple walks with Echo in the rain because I had to. Also, you are going to be able to work on budgeting if you have an animal together and learning how to share responsibility. A puppy is actually pretty expensive. I was surprised because I haven't had a puppy in years, but the initial cost of the pet alone, you're paying thousands of dollars, or depending on the dog, anywhere from $500 to up in the thousands of dollars, unless you get it like a rescue dog. But there's always going to be initial cost of that pet. You're going to be paying for dog food. Our dog is a golden doodle, so he is going to be probably 70 pounds, and his massive bags of dog food at least are $50. You're going to be paying for vet visits, right? When you get the puppy, there's a lot of immunizations that you have to do on a monthly basis. There's heartworm, other pills the veterinarian gave us. Those all add up. I mean, each time I've gone to the vet has been over $100 in the past month. You're gonna have dog treats, dog toys. If you don't have a fence, and you're gonna need that, or if you need dog gates, baby gates, puppy pads, bowls, any additional pet issues that arise. I know we have some other training things that we're using, and each one of those is $30, $40 a pop. It all adds up. If you want to go out of town, you're gonna have to have a pet sitter, so that's something else to think about. Doggy daycare. So if you're working a 9 to 5 and neither you or your significant other can get out and let the dog out during the day, then most likely you're not going to want to leave it in a kennel all day. So doggy daycare is another expense that fortunately I don't have, but a lot of people do. And then the fourth thing that came to mind is you will be healthier as a couple. So I did some research on this, and it shows, evidence has showed that those who have a dog have a lower baseline blood pressure and heart rate compared to those who don't. People who experience, who have a dog experience faster recovery to stress, especially when the animal is around, than those who don't have an animal. And they help lift our spirits up. They make us happier. They also really help with mental health. And I can tell you, like, if I'm having a stressful day and, well, the kids aren't around and it's just me and Echo, he just chills me out. Just petting that dog makes humans more calm. And I can attest to that, absolutely. He's been very good on the mental health, especially during COVID. The other thing, number 5, you will become a family. So if you don't have children already, this is kind of your baby. This is your fur baby. It improves your overall ability to work together and work through obstacles that come with having a puppy. So there's a lot of things that come up when you have a puppy, and one of those is obviously accidents in the house. So is dad going to take care of it or mom going to take care of it? Well, in our house, mommy's been taking care of it, but daddy's been doing his fair share of training. So you find things that you're each good at as a couple, and you'll really develop a special love for this fur baby like you would a baby. It gives you a love for something together that you didn't have, and kind of a preview of what having a child is like. You'll also have a mutual interest for the best care of the animal. I know when Echo was sick for 3 or 4 days, we were like, should we take him to the vet? Could this be something serious? It adds additional worry and concern and responsibility for something that you didn't have together. It kind of makes something real. Like if you had a baby, this is what real life is, and you had this mutual concern for this little creature. And it will also help you realize what your natural roles are that may carry over into parenting. Like I said, my husband, when the kids were babies, wasn't really into the dirty diapers. He did it because he had to. But with Echo, it seems like mommy does all of the cleaning of the poop and pee, and daddy has taken over all of the training roles, which kind of come natural for who he is as a person and who I am as a person. And I appreciate that because I'm not very good at being strict and training the dog, and he's not very good at dealing with stinky, smelly accidents that may happen in the house. Life will be more entertaining and interesting. Dogs are really fun. They're really funny. They can help you relax as a couple and loosen you up. So even if you're having a stressful day and you see the dog just do the cutest thing or the coolest thing, like we were able to train him how to sit and how to stay, and it was just like, wow, he's 4 months old and he caught on to it within like 2 minutes. It was absolutely amazing. He does the cutest, funniest things that, before we had him in our life and we were stressed about certain things, it wasn't as easy to just sit back and laugh and relax. But now that we have Echo, it really is. He has lightened up our world a lot. Dogs will provide you with unconditional love. I joke that out of the 3 men in my life, my husband and my 2 little dudes, Echo is awesome because he doesn't talk back to me and he loves me no matter what, even if I get mad at him. And they will also get you out doing things that you maybe didn't do before. So I haven't done this yet, but going to a dog park, checking out new trails, new hiking trails. I know that, with a puppy, the trainer that we have has told us, you really have to make sure the puppy's body's developed before you go take him on 5-mile runs with you, Courtney. So I'm like, okay, probably can't do that. But I would be able to explore some new trails in town that I've never experienced and have a reason to do that, because not only would it be cool for me, but the puppy would also get some benefit and joy out of going on a trail run or trail walk at this point. With all of that said, before doing a puppy, I think there's some really important advice that I can offer. Before we chose our puppy, and I had puppies before my kids were born, but before we chose our puppy, we really did a lot of research to decide what kind of breed would work for our family and our lifestyle. And a couple of things that you can take into consideration are hypoallergenic dogs, dogs that shed. We chose a golden doodle because apparently they have half poodle, which makes them hypoallergenic, and then they're not supposed to shed as much, which we found isn't exactly true, but I do believe he doesn't shed as much as a full-bred golden retriever would. Also, you need to make sure you can make the time. This is a time commitment, and if you as a boyfriend, girlfriend, I'm saying boyfriend, girlfriend because I'm really gearing this towards boyfriends, girlfriends before you actually take the step to get married and start a family, you need to make sure you can make the time. So if your lifestyle is like, hey, we go to work, we go to the gym, and we like to go out at night, this probably isn't going to be a good idea for you. While puppies do sleep like 20 hours a day when they're first born, they start having less sleep and they need to be walked and they need to be cared for like a kid. They can't just sit in their kennel. It's not fair for the dog, and it'd probably be better to give them a home with somebody else. Also, if you are planning to start a family, so if you're like, you know what, we're getting ready to get married and we really want to have kids in the near future, you need to make sure you're looking at breeds that do well with kids. I would say that I've heard from a lot of people who already have dogs, when they have kids, the dog kind of takes the back seat. So you need to be able to have a dog that's going to be chill, that's not going to get jealous of the baby being born, and that you're going to be able to trust around a baby in case you were to step away, God forbid, you wouldn't want something to happen to the child. Also, make sure you're solid as a couple before you get a dog. I know of people who have gotten animals and they unfortunately broke up, and it was like splitting custody of a child. And that's going to be hard if you want to move on with somebody else and you're splitting custody of a dog with your ex. It may be hard on the new relationship. So I would be prepared to have that conversation. It's not one you really want to have, but hey, you know what? We're not married. If something were to happen, like, who's going to get this dog? And I would have a firm agreement in place. So if that does happen, you don't have to argue and don't have to split custody of the dog, because I think it can. And also, make sure you can afford the animal. So this is really important. While you may be able to afford the actual dog, whether it's a $200 dog or a $50 dog or a $2,000 dog, make sure that you have a plan in action if the dog were to get sick. Can you afford to take care of that dog? Can you afford the vet bills? Can you afford the doggy daycare, etc.? Because it would be really unfortunate if you fall in love with this animal and then decide, hey, we have to give it up because we can't either take care of it or afford it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and it's something that we waited 5 years before getting our puppy, and I'm really glad we did. So those of you who are watching this and you're like, well, I'm already married, I have kids, we're kind of contemplating it. I think a lot of this can kind of go have the same cause and effect if you're kind of considering getting a dog after having a family, because all these things are things we considered before pulling the trigger. And we have a 5 and 7-year-old child, and it worked, and we're really glad we waited until they were this age, because I did not want to be cleaning up diapers and cleaning up puppy accidents, which I don't care how smart your dog is, they are going to have accidents. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you have any questions about if you think now's a good time, and I've also experienced having a dog with somebody prior to my husband, and I can let you know my thoughts on that. And in my case, I didn't keep the dog, but there's always advice and feedback I can give you with my experiences. So I would love to be of assistance. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you're interested in becoming a member of Midwest Matchmaking and utilizing our wonderful matchmaking team, and also being able to offer or be able to get advice and feedback from our staff, we work together, we collaborate. If we don't know the answer, I guarantee one of our teammates do. Please visit our website, midwestmatchmaking.com, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys.